So this has been a staple product for me even before I was Wire Everything. Back when I was Race Car Services, this was one of the original things that I did that kind of got my name out there in the GT500 community. And what this is it's an intercooler pump repair harness for a 13 and 14 GT500, so the Trinity cars as they're otherwise known. So what happens with those, and this is, you fall into two camps. This has happened or it will happen. There's no in between. There's no getting around this. This is where you first see the failure. This is a flat 6-pin harness near the MAF connector, near the mass airflow sensor connector. And this one, you can see it's kind of beat up because I had to take pliers to it to get it apart because it was burned so badly. And you see the outside here, the black wire and the white wires are where the intercooler pump harness runs through this flat 6-pin. So you have the 13-14 cars having a larger intercooler pump than the 07 to 12 predecessors with smaller wire run through more places. So it is a guaranteed recipe for failure. You can see this piece of it that broke off when I pulled it apart. I'll show you one more time. And you can see those burnt places on the outside there. And I had to pull this apart with pliers, like it was crazy. So this is where you notice the damage. A lot of times what people do is they'll cut this out and go wire to wire and they'll have a failure somewhere else in the chain. So this is super simple. You have ground and power, under hood fuse box, main stud, passenger strut tower, just like most of our harnesses. And it relay isolates the intercooler pump. So it uses the original connector to trigger it, but then it's its own isolated harness. So this is a jumper harness that goes straight to the intercooler pump and then plugs back into the factory wiring. You're going to remove this harness, and this is just going to plug right in its place. So you've got the connection to the pump, you've got the connection back to the car right here. They're the exact same connectors on both ends. So you'll remove this, and then you have this in its place. And it's that simple. You plug these guys in, you plug in power and ground, and you're done. And you route this real simply. You remove the radiator cover, that big black plastic cover, pop the pins out, pull that cover off, route the cable across, and you're done. You just plug it in and then you tuck it out of the way. There's no need to mount this relay. It's weatherproof. You can just zip tie it out of sight. And that's it. It's super simple. It's super short and sweet. You address this issue forever. You know, we're talking about cars that regularly go for $70,000 and they have this pretty terrifically terrible wiring design. So we fixed that with this harness. This is a 2013 to 14 plug and play GT500 intercooler pump repair harness. It's that simple to install. You pull out this jumper, you plug this guy in, power and ground, and it's done. You can find a product link in the description, or you can go to wireeverything.com and find it there. As always, feel free to shoot me a PM or a chat message with any questions you may have. I'm always here to answer them. So wireeverything.com.